Have you ever been hurt by the insults or opinions of others? If so, you should know that you are not alone in a world that is hyper-connected and filled with social evaluations. No matter how hard you try to maintain an indifferent facade, it is almost inevitable that these impactful words will hurt you, undermining your confidence and disturbing your inner peace. In these times of uncertainty, the teachings of ancient philosophy, as conveyed in Epictetus and Chiridion, become a beacon of wisdom. They provide a reliable guide for navigating the rough waters of life, advising us to distinguish between what we can and cannot control. While most people crave external control, the wisdom of Epictetus encourages us to focus on our inner world, where we can truly make a difference and find inner peace. According to Epictetus, the things that are under your control are your own attitudes, choices, beliefs, and emotional reactions. Your opinions, desires, and preferences are within your sphere of influence. However, things like the behavior of other people, random events, and the natural course of life are beyond your direct reach. This means that you should focus your energy on the things you can effectively shape and influence. One of the most important teachings from Epictetus is how to react when someone offends you. He emphasizes that it's not the words or actions of others that hurt you, but rather your interpretation of them. He encourages you to understand that true freedom lies in your ability to control your reactions and remain calm in the face of external provocations. Within this context, Epictetus outlines 8 principles that, when followed, have the power to free you from the game of others' opinions and insults. Each of these principles serves as a compass to navigate the stormy seas of social life, providing clear guidance on how to maintain authenticity, confidence, and inner tranquility in the face of potential challenges. Dealing with insults and offenses is a crucial lesson that we all need to learn. It's essential to understand that when someone offends you, they are like a judge deciding what's offensive. Therefore, it's your interpretation of their words that's bothering you. Taking some time before reacting is crucial in these situations. Try to gain some space and take a deep breath before responding. It's easier to retain control this way. The key is to stop caring so much about what others think. Insults and offenses aren't inherently harmful. Their impact depends on how we process them. If someone belittles you, it only affects you if you allow it. If you react negatively, the person who insulted you wins. However, if you respond calmly and without being affected, it's the insulter who loses. Your worth isn't determined by negative opinions, it's measured by your ability to handle negativity. Therefore, when you feel insulted or offended, ask yourself some questions, such as, is it worth engaging in this battle? Do I want to allow something beyond my control to affect me? It's similar to dealing with desires and pleasures. They never go away, they're always present. But what matters is how you handle them. If you don't let insults shake you, you'll feel an inner satisfaction that lifts you above them and gives you strength to face difficulties firmly. I understand that negative opinions can ruin your day, but trust me, we've all been there. If that's the case for you, I suggest reading on because the following principles will delve deeper into this issue. In the second lesson, you will learn how to prepare your mind for criticism. Anticipating obstacles empowers you to face them with greater resolve and prepares you for the ups and downs of life. One effective historical strategy for dealing with others' opinions is premeditatio malorum, which involves anticipating possible criticisms, judgments, or negative opinions that may arise. The purpose of premeditatio is not to dwell in pessimism or fear, but to strengthen your emotional resilience and cultivate a mindset that is prepared to deal with challenges that may arise. By reflecting on potential negative situations, you can devise strategies and action plans to handle them more efficiently. This exercise also helps develop an emotional alarm system that alerts you to desired outcomes. It is important to recognize that you won't always have control over external events, and that adverse events are an inherent part of the human journey. By being aware of these possibilities, you can prepare yourself not to be shaken by anything, including comments and judgments from others. This way, you can develop a resilient mindset that is ready to face any challenge that may arise. Lesson 3 is about managing fear and dishonor. Do not allow the fear of living without honor and going unnoticed to consume you. If we base our honor on other people's opinions, they have the power to make us unhappy. However, this is not the reality. Nobody can force us to participate in something we consider unworthy. This is their problem. Whether we are seeking power or an invitation to an important event, why should that define our honor? Why should it make us believe we are insignificant anywhere? Always remember that you have value in the things you control, where your decisions play an essential role. This lesson is particularly relevant in modern times, where social media can become emotional poison when social validation becomes the primary focus. However, it is worth asking yourself, is it worth changing our essence just to seek a brief moment of satisfaction? Should we really hand over the well-being of our minds to others? My answer is clear, no. If you find yourself in a situation where your actions are not malicious but might be a source of shame for others, why should you care if they laugh at you or exclude you? Pursuing popularity may seem tempting, but do you genuinely believe it will bring true satisfaction? If your happiness depends on how popular you are, you will always be in conflict because your happiness should not be in the hands of others. It will lead to constant tension, making you change who you are to maintain a superficial status. The fourth lesson is thought-provoking. Would you hand over your body to a stranger? Of course not. If someone offered your body to a stranger, it would trigger outrage. However, what's interesting is that we don't hesitate to allow confusion and deceit to invade our minds in the presence of someone who insults us. This principle emphasizes that the responsibility of transforming an insult into an offense lies with us. Epictetus emphasizes that our minds deserve as much respect as our bodies. Imagine not allowing a stranger into your home daily, knowing it would bring a threat with them. Yet, when we receive an insult and allow that person into our minds, this intrusion can persist for a long time. Why do we let these strangers occupy our minds when we'd never let them into our homes? To reach a state where negative feelings resulting from offenses are ignored is possible but demands the accumulation of discipline and self-control. This must extend to all life situations, including your own family. When anger arises, it's crucial to control it. This way, you avoid unnecessary suffering and build greater harmony within yourself. Investing in this aspect can be a game changer in your journey. The fifth lesson is powerful: learn to restrain your actions. If you do something that, based on your most accurate assessment, should be done, there's no reason to be ashamed of being observed. Even if everyone around you misinterprets your actions, if your action aligns with your values and principles, why fear the mistaken judgment of others? At that moment, your action is no longer an expression of your will but a response to others. It's crucial to ask yourself if living this way is genuinely valuable. Many people end up ignoring their talents and genuine passions just to please others or avoid disdain. Epictetus' teaching is clear: if you don't pursue a purpose you know is right just because you fear others' judgment, you're giving into ridicule. This doesn't mean giving up is a wise act. In fact, if you abandon your goals just to avoid social friction, you're losing more than you're avoiding. Ask yourself, is it worth facing jokes and inconvenient questions in exchange for living authentically according to your own nature? Affirm to yourself that you won't let others' opinions determine your identity or what you're capable of achieving. This mentality can be a valuable guide whenever you need to make decisions in life. Evaluate your priorities and be aware of the true motive guiding your choices. Lesson 6 is a profound reflection on understanding the perspective of others. If someone slanders, harms, or speaks ill of you, remember that they do so from their own perspective. They believe their actions are justified and act based on their distorted view of the situation. It's essential to maintain patience in the face of insults and understand that the person insulting you is suffering the consequences of their mistake. Epictetus advises not to analyze the motivation of those who insult us, as it is harmful to expect everyone to act according to our worldview. In this vast world, there are numerous perspectives, as many as there are people. It's somewhat naive to think that everyone shares the same view as us. So when someone insults you, it's crucial to delve into it. You are who you are, and you know your thoughts, understand your motivations, comprehend your actions and choices, and are the guardian of your truth. If a stranger hurls insults at you, ask yourself these questions. Did I do something wrong? If the answer is no, can I understand the reasons behind the insult? Obviously, it's not possible to penetrate someone else's mind, so if you acted justly and encounter misunderstanding regarding the reason for the insult, you can be at peace. You know yourself better than anyone else in the world, and if you acted with integrity, there's no need to carry the burden of regret. As Epictetus used to say, the offense is not in the eyes of another, but in your belief. When you decide to commit to a philosophy or a firm goal, expect criticism and mockery from others. You may hear voices questioning your decision and even saying things like, "Suddenly, he's become a philosopher," or "Where does this arrogant attitude come from?" However, it is crucial to remain firm in your convictions and not let this shake you. Stay confident and focused on what truly matters to you. It may be challenging, but remember, if you stay steadfast in your purpose, people who initially mocked you may end up admiring your determination. On the other hand, if you allow others to influence you, you're essentially surrendering to ridicule. Many people end up neglecting their talents and genuine passions just to please others or avoid scorn. If you abandon your goals just to avoid social friction, you're losing more than you're avoiding. Ask yourself, is it worth facing jokes and inconvenient questions in exchange for living authentically according to your own nature? Affirm to yourself that you won't let others' opinions determine your identity or what you're capable of achieving. This mentality can be a valuable guide whenever you need to make decisions in life. Evaluate your priorities and be aware of the true motive guiding your choices. Remember to stay true to yourself and don't let others steer you away from your passions and goals. The eighth and final lesson is profoundly enlightening. Nobody can hurt you unless you allow it. This truth applies not only to family, friends, or acquaintances but to anyone. It's crucial to keep an unwavering stance towards them, not focusing on their actions but on your own. To maintain your freedom and harmony with nature, it's essential to understand that no one can harm you without your consent. Suffering only arises if you give it credence. Therefore, the key lies in not getting caught up in uncomfortable stimuli, but in how you interpret them. The central idea of this lesson is simple: the control over what happens in your mind is entirely in your hands. If someone disrespects you in any way due to your personal interpretation, remember not to spend a single moment thinking about them. This attitude doesn't benefit your life, it only disturbs your inner peace. The more you strive to reach your maximum personal growth and follow the path of reason, the more crucial it is to internalize this fundamental philosophical principle. In conclusion, the historical philosophy passed down over millennia and embodied in the Manual of Life invites you to embark on an internal journey of self-control and discernment. By incorporating these lessons into your life, you can experience a profound transformation at your core, finding serenity in accepting what's beyond your control and mastery over what you can influence. Guided by these principles, you can navigate the tides of opinions with tranquility, remembering that the most crucial validation comes from your own inner conviction. If this content has inspired you, I recommend watching another video where I delve into other Stoic concepts applied to everyday life. I'll see you there.